Imagine being taken from your family, marched to the jungle, and made to fight in a war against your own people. This is the reality for thousands of children in the country of Uganda, as they've been abducted from their homes and forced to become soldiers of a rebel army. The war in Uganda is concerning to me, as I've traveled to Africa and seen firsthand the effects of living in a poverty-stricken and war-torn country. Also, I have attended an Invisible Children campaign in Washington, D.C. to raise awareness for the tragedy in Uganda. Also, I've conducted research through a variety of reputable sources on the war in this country. In order to be better informed of the ongoing crisis in Uganda, you must first know the history of the war, organizations that are helping this country, and the ways that you can personally be involved. During the speech, I'll go over the following things: the history of the war in Uganda, the nonprofit organization Invisible Children and what they're doing to help, and how you can personally support Invisible Children in their efforts to help Uganda. First, we'll look at the history of the war in northern Uganda. According to an article entitled "Why Uganda Has Failed to Defeat the Lord's Resistant Army" by Robert L. Feldman, the Lord's Resistant Army, LRA, was derived from a Christian cult formed by Alice Lakwena to oppose the government. The war in northern Uganda began in 1986 and is the longest-running war in the history of Africa. Alice Lakwena formed a rebel group to fight against the government, claiming she was led by Holy Spirits. In 1987, Alice fled to Kenya, and a man named Joseph Kony took over her rebel group and formed the LRA. Joseph Kony is still leading this army in Uganda today. The war in Uganda has had a huge impact on the children, as they live in constant fear of being abducted. Since the start of the war, approximately 30,000 children have been abducted by the LRA and brutally forced to fight in this war. Although some have escaped, there are thousands of children that are still missing. Now I'm going to show a short video clip showing some of the faces of child soldiers in Uganda. Next, I would like to tell you about one of the organizations working to bring peace in the country of Uganda. Invisible Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping the country of Uganda regain peace. According to the article titled "Donors Take Control," written by Holly Hall, the Invisible Children site offers numerous low-cost ways people can support projects in Uganda. Invisible Children was established in 2004 by 3 college students from California. These young men traveled to Uganda documenting all that they saw and did. Because of their documentary, Invisible Children has gained worldwide recognition and support. Invisible Children film and documentary has been viewed worldwide by thousands of people, and Invisible Children has raised millions of dollars to support the need in Uganda. Finally, I would like to share with you how you can personally support Invisible Children. According to the official Invisible Children website, this cause is in need of great attention, and donations from people like you are making the difference. You can help support Invisible Children by a one-time donation, by monthly pledges, or by purchasing their merchandise on their website. There are numerous ways to volunteer with Invisible Children. You can attend an Invisible Children campaign or rally. These campaigns are aimed at gaining media attention and the support of well-known persons to help spread the cry of help for Uganda. Also, you can help Invisible Children by spreading the message of their organization to your friends and family. To conclude, I would like to remind you of the seriousness of the situation in Uganda and the ways that you can help bring this war to an end. Just to remind you of the circumstances in Uganda, there are still thousands of missing children, and there are still more that live in constant fear of being abducted. Although there have been talks of peace, this war has not ended and still rages on. Despite the circumstances, there is still hope for the people of Uganda. I would encourage you all to support organizations such as Invisible Children, and also to be in constant prayer for the country of Uganda and that they would find peace.